Hey guys, so you guys get to be part of a test group. Uh, on this camera, there's a built-in light that I just turned on. I didn't even know it existed, but it's on now. So I should be more illuminated. I have a light here, and I have the overhead lights, and I have the table light. Now I have this one staring me right in the freaking face. I'm going to have to not look at it very much. I don't know if this video is going to be worth the shit. I may not have my thoughts completely together yet, but I want to talk a little bit about what for me is like proper goal setting. And what got me thinking about this was that I watched a match recently where one of the participants was basically, he needed the money. He's like, I gotta have this money. So I could kind of tell that he was playing, and that was his goal, was win the money. And one of the things that I felt that he lost track of was you have to win the game. And if you do that often enough, depending on the race, then you can win the money. It's kind of like one of the sayings I've had is, say I'm playing one pocket, and that's my pocket, and my opponent just gave me ball in hand. One of the things that I'm quite guilty of, and I'm working on almost everything that I ever put on a video. I don't have any of the shit mastered. One of the things that I'm guilty of is like, shit, I'm out. I got ball in hand, everything's wide open, I'm out. So basically, I'm planning my victory parade while I still have balls to shoot. And that's one of the things that it's a bad thing to do. And even, okay, I'm going to win this game. Great, that can be a goal. But for me, at my level, that shouldn't be my goal. My goal, for me, should be make the 6 and get shape on the 1. For some people, the goal might be make the 6. For some people, it might be stroke straight. That can be a problem for people. If the cue ball was back here, he didn't give me ball in hand, now I'm back here. Now my goal is no longer make anything. My primary goal has to be hit this cue ball on the vertical axis where I want. And the trick is, and easier said than done at times, is to find that thing that is, it can be your primary goal. You don't want it to be the easiest thing in the world. I don't want my goal to be to remember to chalk up. I'm beyond that level. Some people may need that. I don't need my goal to be stroke halfway straight, but some people may need that. But then, I don't want it to be the hardest goal in the world. I don't want it to be, I'm going to run all these balls in that pocket. Maybe I'm capable of doing that. I'm not, but maybe some people are capable of doing that. But if they make it their goal, as soon as they screw up, then that's in their head. Even if it's just subconscious. It's in their head that they set a goal and they failed. So I try to find something that's way more reasonable than running all the balls in that pocket. But something that I still have to work at a little bit and still feel a little bit of a sense of accomplishment when I do it. Now, that was my goal. I just succeeded in one of my goals. And again, even subconsciously, I can get a little bit of an endorphin rush or something from that, a little bit of confidence from being able to do that. I think it's very important, and I've said this many times, to set little goals that are attainable so you have a bunch of successes instead of tough goals that maybe you're even likely to fail at the tough goals. Sure, if my goal was to run every ball in that pocket and I did it, that's great. But that's not going to happen very often. I'm going to have way more failures than successes in that case. So I get on this deal here. My goal again has got to be make the 1 draw the cue ball over in here somewhere. Pick one. I talked before about split brain syndrome. I don't want to be shooting the one and trying to get the cue ball over here. Pick one. In this case, I know the cue ball is going to go over here with like just a little bit of bottom, a little bit of a slight draw shot. I know that's going to happen. So I'm going to have to play shape. I'm not playing shape right there. I'm not doing that. I know the cue ball is going to go over there, so I can go back to what I want to be my primary goal for this shot is put the one in. I'm a little bit stretched out. Might make things different for some people. If they're stretched out, maybe they got to back that up and be, man, you better stroke straight. Imagine the cue ball for me was up here, and for some reason I didn't have a bridge, and I don't have an extension for the test probe. Then at this point, my goal's got to be shoot something else, or at least stroke straight, because that's going to be it's going to be harder than just making the one would have been. From here, it's just make the one. I already picked where I'm going to hit the cue ball. I guess I'm good enough that I can usually hit the cue ball where I want to hit it at this point. So just don't worry about the shape, just worry about making the one. I didn't get the shape, but I accomplished my primary goal. I accomplished my primary goal for that shot. People are going to have obviously different levels and abilities and all that. I can't overstate how important I think it is to get stuff that is attainable, that you can feel a little bit of sense of accomplishment with, because that helps. That helps you for your next. Now here, I'm stretched out, shooting left-handed. At this point, my goal goes back to stroke straight. So I have to pick my angle and all that to put the two in and get the cue ball wherever I have to do all that when I'm up here. When I can take all the time in the world, unless there's a stupid shot clock. I can pick all that stuff, and then I can go back down here and just stroke straight, and that becomes my goal. I just do that. Good shape, Dave. Getting shape on 10 wasn't one of my goals. That was probably too advanced for me, stretched out over the table left-handed. So, I started out this video talking about, it's basically an external goal. A guy that I know had an external goal of winning money. And in doing that, I'm not a mind reader. I mentioned that before. I believe he lost sight of the fact that you've got to make the balls. You got to win the games. I think he should have brought his goal back in a little bit, back to the table, instead of to the bank or whatever he was doing. Like one of the analogies I was thinking about was, say you're in high school, maybe a nerdy kid or whatever, you want to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I'm not judging. Maybe that's a little bit too generic. Maybe, okay, what's your first goal if you want to get a girlfriend in high school? Take a shower every now and then. It's one. Okay, once you start accomplishing that goal, maybe you're going to feel a little bit more confident, probably more clean. You'll dress a little better, whatever it is. You get these little goals and you accomplish them, and it's a series of little victories, plus you're working your way towards your real overarching goal if you have one of those. You're working your way towards it. I'm not really sure what I'm shooting right now. I'm just hitting balls, but I'm trying to think of the next thing I want to talk about. It's all related. Easier said than done. Like I said, find something that, okay, I can do this. It's going to take a little bit of effort. It's not a duck. But if I do it, which I'm likely to do it with that effort, then I'll get a little victory, a little, I accomplished a goal. Then I can move on to the next goal. You know, the opposite of that kind of thing is, let's see, my goal right now is make the 3, hit this rail, and then shoot the 14 next. I should probably be playing shape for the 11 next, but I'm not going to do that. Am I going to do that? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to make the 3, just try it on here, get a shot at it. So, don't want to get split brain syndrome. What I'm going to do is figure out, okay, how do I get the cue ball there? A little bit of a nip stroke with bottom left, and I can put that out of my mind and go back to my primary goal of make the shot. Just make the stupid shot. That's my goal. Okay, accomplished that goal, yay. Had I missed that shot, one of the other things that's easier said than done is now I just had a failure. I set myself a goal and I screwed it up. Don't let that affect your next shot. Way, way, way easier said than done. Everybody probably struggles with that at one time or another. I struggle with it a lot. If I have a shot that I feel like is easy, then I screw it up. I'm like, man, that was a freaking failure. Now, if you're practicing, you know, I'm just down here practicing, I can set it up again. Ish, I probably won't have the ball marked exactly. But had I missed that 3, and that was my goal, no reason I can't have the same goal again if I'm practicing. So I've now got a negative because I failed the goal. Now I've got a positive because now I've got it back. If you're playing a game, it's tougher to do that. But things can come up, and you can remember. If, let's say, I'm playing a game and I got not bad examples. Did I ever mention that? I'm trying to think of a good example. And I'm not. Let's freeze the 8 to the rail and we'll use that as an example. So, frozen rail, I want to make the 8 and bounce over here. I'm not going to get split brain syndrome. I'm just going to make the 8 with a center ball stun so the cue ball naturally bounces over. I've talked about this a million times, including in this video. If I miss that shot and the shape by 800 miles, I'm playing a game, I can't really do anything about that. But if it comes up again, or something similar comes up again, maybe I reset my goal back to what it was. It's probably going to be there anyway. It's probably still going to be make the 8. But if it wasn't, depending on the situation, maybe I can go, okay, that's my new goal, and still miss it. After 2 times, then I just want to just quit pool. I can't believe I missed them both by that much, but I did. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't know if that light has me illuminated any better, but it's pretty damn bright. I got to quit looking at it. The problem is, well, there's the lens, and immediately above the lens is the light. So if I look at the lens, guess what? And over the years, I've been getting into the habit of looking at the lens instead of the preview screen, which is off over this way. I might have to do something else now and start looking at the preview screen, or just don't look up. Well, man, I screwed that shot up, and I've said many times, I like to know what I screwed up and why and all that. I screwed up that shot by getting 100% perfectly straight in on the 15. I wanted to bounce out to give myself a slight angle. I think that was just a judgment thing on my case. I felt like when I hit it, I was going to be okay, but I wasn't. So it comes up again. I don't think I have as much angle this time. It comes up again. New goal. Well, same as the old goal, make the ball. But this time my inner pool player remembers, oh yeah, shoot it a little bit harder. And so that's what I do. whole lot else, and I don't know if I covered what I wanted to cover. It just kind of goes back to the same stuff that I've been saying forever, it seems like, and to myself, almost certainly forever, is find little goals and get those accomplishments. They help. They help mentally a lot, because now you got a big string of accomplishments to get to. You got here because you succeeded, and all these other little goals. It helps a lot. It's what Danny Gilberto said. Probably somebody else said it too. 50% of pool is 90% mental, something like that. Yeah, I buy that stuff. I believe it. Just a little bit of confidence can help so much. I had split brain syndrome on this shot. I was make the ball and get shape. A shot like that, that's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I should have done. I should have picked one. I think I'd make the 7 all day long. I think getting shape on the 11 is a little bit tougher. And in this case, at my level, this situation, I think that should have been my primary goal, is get this shape. So, how do I make the 7 while I'm up here relaxed? How do I do that? And then when I come down, now my focus is on getting shape for the 11, because I already know how the 7 was going to go in. Just change my goal to still just one, no split brain. Still just one goal. And had a little victory out of that, because I succeeded in that goal. I've got to hit this soft, because the pocket's getting full. I think I'm going to stop the video. I'm curious to see if this light even makes a difference to the footage. If it doesn't make any difference to the footage, then I'm not going to bother with the light anymore, because I'm probably getting sunburned or something. I don't know. I guess